Hello students, this lesson is titled Making Your Own Choices.
First, I didn't take him seriously. I had heard the stories, but I thought they were way overblown. But over time, he became, really annoying. Everywhere I went, he had to follow. And bossy, so bossy. Let's go outside now. No, I'm talking to Jack. Outside now. It's pouring. Outside now. Well, fine. He was so needy. I haven't seen you in so long. Yeah, you did, like a little while ago. But I miss you so much. He started taking my money.
E-cigarettes are known to occasionally explode in your pocket, which is the picture on the left, or your mouth, which is the picture on the right. Those pictures really look scary to me. On the right, you'll see even knocking out teeth, the upper part, damaging the upper part of the person's mouth. Read many stories about jaw damage that e-cigarettes have done when they've blown up. All right, I want you to take a guess. What percentage of middle school students have smoked e-cigarettes in the past 30 days? And what percentage of high school students have smoked e-cigarettes in the past 30 days? Think about that for a moment. The actual numbers, and this was as of 2018, so they are 2 years old, so maybe we could add a percent or two. 4.9% of middle school students and 20.8% of high school students have smoked an e-cigarette in the last 30 days. Most teenagers surveyed disapproved of e-cigarette use. Are these numbers surprising? Why do you think students' estimates are usually higher than the actual number? So the activity is designed to dispel the idea that young people use e-cigarettes because everybody does it. Non-users are the majority. Only a small percentage of students in middle school and high school regularly use e-cigarettes. And most teenagers disapprove of e-cigarette use. Nevertheless, students often overestimate the number of people they think use e-cigarettes, just as they do with traditional cigarettes. So again, I just want to share with you that not everybody is doing it. All right. So what does the word addiction mean to you? And how do you feel about the possibility of becoming addicted to something? Everybody's definition of addiction might be a little bit different, but addiction means is a loss of control that causes you to need a substance in order to feel okay. So again, addiction is a loss of control that causes you to need a substance in order to feel okay. E-cigarettes are designed to addict you to nicotine with even just a few uses. It can take someone 6 to 19 attempts to quit nicotine, even with help from the doctor. So what do you think is more addictive, nicotine or caffeine? Nicotine and alcohol. Nicotine and morphine. Looking at this chart right here, heroin is the only thing that's more addictive than nicotine. So that's saying that nicotine is more addicting than caffeine, more addicting than alcohol, more addicting than cocaine, more addicting than morphine. The only thing that is more addictive than nicotine is heroin. So this week's assignments, one of them includes a discussion post. Why might kids your age experiment with e-cigarettes? And what are some positive things that kids your age can do instead of using e-cigarettes? So in your discussion post number 1, I'd like you to share with me why might kids your age experiment with e-cigarettes, and what are some positive things that kids your age can do instead of using e-cigarettes. So some reasons why students say they try e-cigarettes, maybe because a friend uses it. So you could encourage them to join sports or a club, invite them to a movie. If family members or siblings use these e-cigarettes, you could inform family members about the dangers, try to institute changes at home, requesting family members not smoking around you. If they say the flavors look and smell tasty, make your own smoothie with a variety of fruits and vegetables, eat or drink something with a flavor you like, try other foods, things that are not addicting, that have great flavors. A lot say they're just curious. Well, if you're curious, ask lots of questions, research facts. Less harmful than other forms of tobacco, such as cigarettes. Well, help friends understand that although e-cigarettes are less harmful, they contain harmful toxins and cause addiction, a brain disease. So, activity 2, what are some ways someone could refuse an offer to try an e-cigarette? So this is discussion post 2. So in your discussion post, I'd like you to share some ways that you could refuse an offer to try an e-cigarette. Some examples could be simply saying, no, thank you, I'm good. Choosing to hang out with non-smoking friends, suggesting something else to do, giving your reason for not wanting to use an e-cigarette, and add humor into it. So knowledge is power. Approximately 2 in 5 kids your age don't think regular use of e-cigarettes is harmful. That's almost 50%. So over 50% of kids your age don't think there is nicotine in flavored e-cigarettes. And just to be clear again, there is nicotine in almost all e-cigarettes. And the last is sharing information. It's a better strategy than being mean or putting someone down because of their e-cigarette use. So sharing the information that you've learned. Your last assignment for this week is an interview. You'll see on Schoology under assignments, there is a link to this document that starts off looking just like this. Your assignment is to interview an adult. The questions are there, and you can share those answers with me in a Word document, a Google document, in an email. However you would like to share those answers with me, that would be great, just as long as I get them. And then next week, I will share back on some of your answers that, some of the things that you've shared. Adults you could ask a parent or any other adult. Let's maybe say if they're over the age of 18 or they've graduated from high school, then they can be considered an adult. All right, that is it for this week. Thank you. Have a good week.